know, come 1st of November, you might be baking,
who
might be
knows?
making bread for us both.
Who knows?
Yes, go on.
Well, we know that more brands and less shoppers can only mean one thing: stiff competition. And with us here in the studio is Tatiana Vynokurova, who is the co-founder of Superfood Bakery. They make all sorts of gluten-free vegan mixes, among other things, and they appear to be hitting the sweet spot. Good to see you. Welcome to the programme.
Hi, morning.
It's a competitive market, as we've just outlined.
Yes.
Why did you decide to get into it?
Well, simply because there wasn't really anything out there. So my co-founder was fasting a couple of years ago, and we baked this lemon tart from like a amateur health blog, and it was gluten-free vegan, but it tasted like clay. So we were like, well,
Sounds like my baking.
yeah. So we were like, well, there must be something out there that would be like gluten-free, natural, like that you can just like make up easily. And there simply wasn't anything out there. Like it was a very much outdated and boring category.
But how wide? I know your sales have tripled, haven't they?
Yeah.
In the last year or so. So obviously there is a market for this. But how big is the market? Surely, if you want a brownie or a pancake or whatever is behind on that one, a cookie, just bite the bullet and eat the gluten version. Surely.
Yeah. So the UK market is about £55 million for baking mixes. The global market is in the billions. So there is definitely a lot of demand for this. And the premium baking mix market in the UK has actually grown by over 8% over the past year, while the general sales have been going down.
I tell you what's really intriguing to me is that at a time when people want convenience, we're very time poor, lots of demands on our time. I always think, why would I try and make something at home, which will probably be a disaster, when I could go and buy it? It will taste far nicer, ready-made in the shops. And you can get gluten-free and dairy-free and all sorts of varieties, can't you?
Yeah, well, we have actually carried out a lot of research with the supermarket shoppers, and we have found out that people are very concerned that ready-made gluten-free products are full of chemicals and thickeners and preservatives, whereas if you make it at home, it's all natural, you know what goes in there, and it's quite easy to put together, and it's a great activity to do with your kids as well.
Okay, but you say that there are stabilizers and that kind of thing to be able to give them a greater shelf life.
Yeah.
But everything in there is just in a packet. So how do I know that is also free of preservatives and stabilizers and the rest of it? Because how many people are really going to turn around and read to the very bottom of the ingredients and just whack in a bit of water and off you go?
You'd be surprised. A lot of people these days are actually reading the labels, and they're very educated about what goes into their food. So we make our baking mixes. They are completely natural. We use organic gluten-free British flours. We use organic unrefined sugar. We use superfoods. And you add a few completely, again, natural wet ingredients to make it up. So you know exactly what goes in.
Okay.
And with, setting up a business with a friend,
Yeah.
were there any challenges? Was the friendship ever at risk?
No, not really, because we've known each other for about 10 years. We met at uni, and we worked together before.
Yeah. What were the biggest hurdles you faced then as you were trying to get this off the ground?
I think finding a manufacturer is a big one, because there is actually an issue in the UK where there isn't enough kind of gluten-free certified facilities. So that was probably our biggest hurdle. But everything else, there are ups and downs, but they're completely manageable.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Tanya.
Thank you
really
so
interesting.
much.
I think we're going to have to give it a go. Even you, Ben, I think
Might
you'll probably
try.
manage some of that.
Yeah, if you taste it, if you be the guinea pig, maybe.
Fine.
Thank you.
In a moment, we'll go through the business pages. But first, a reminder of how you can get in touch with us.